All right, Rob. Next tune, I believe it's "Fireball" by Jezzy Michaels. Let's make it happen right there. Yeah. Right. Bloke living in Texas, I believe. Um, yeah, I got a few thoughts on this one. I mean, it's kind of obviously you hear the 70s and early 80s influence, kind of like the raunchy rock slash punk elements. Um, so that's obvious to me. And it's like bands have kind of revived that over the 3 or 4 decades since. Like I was thinking of the Offspring in the '90s, and obviously like the Strokes a little later on than that.
The
But
Hives.
yeah, the Hive, yeah, another great one there. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I guess it's like obviously he's a huge fan of that era, and he wants to kind of reproduce and kind of remember that sound as he's making music. But yeah, it's cool, man. It kind of brings me back. I mean, I just love '80s music all around, and I refer to it often. But what do you think, Drew?
I completely agree. I was getting like Ramones, but with an extra guitar player.
Yeah,
From this,
yeah,
it's just like a fuller
yeah.
sound,
Just
but
a
like
little
it's
better amplification, you know.
yeah, yeah, a little bit. But like I loved it's hard to do that sound and not sound derivative. Like this just feels lived in, like this just
Yeah.
feels a very authentic expression through the lens of like early
Yes.
80s grungy, like
Yeah.
CBGB's, you know,
Hicks, man.
loud wabi sabi, like all the mistakes are left. Like it's great. I
Yeah. That's
think
why
it's great.
I don't bother
Let's
trying
get
to give an
drunk and
opinion.
record.
I don't bother trying to give an opinion like, you need to change this or this in terms of style, because we've had a lot of bands come through that are, I would just put them in this class of like a revival. It's like a revival of a older time, an older sound, but that's kind of their take on it. So, and it is what it is all you can really say about it. Um, but yeah, Joe, what do you think, man?
I mean, I love this kind of music. I love Kicks and Sticks and whatever. Not really Sticks, but all those bands like I'm drawing a blank. Slaughter, stuff like that. I grew up in the '80s myself, and in Indiana at that, so we like that kind of music. But
Illinois here,
when
so yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, me
So, but
too.
when people, I mean, when it's kind of redone, it has to be there has to be some sort of new element for me to really grab onto it. Like, what's the name of that band? That's Oh,
Well,
there's
Ben
I always
Cody does it, man. He's another
Well, Ben
great.
Cody does a good job, but I'm talking. There's a band that I can't remember the name of right now, but they're like the perfect example. Why can't I think of? They're real nasty and raunchy, but they're like 80s and 90s metal rock.
Like a current band,
Yes,
a band that's playing
cannot
right
think of
now.
who it is though,
Oh.
but they do it for me. But anyway, there's other bands like that that are like newer and they might have, but and I'm not downplaying this song at all, but that's kind of I don't know.
Yeah, and they even like they emulate the garage sound with the tone and the amp and everything. I mean, it's just I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy the experience. It just kind of always takes me back. But anyway,
Steel Panther.
Steel Panther. What? Yeah, that was a band that came through
I think that's who it
Indie Music
is.
Plus, right?
No.
Oh, somebody
Hold on,
else.
I'm gonna look
Yeah,
real
I
quick.
can't remember. Let's just
Yeah.
wait until it comes. Just
Uh,
let's just stay live, quiet for like.
well, I
8
figured you might talk or something.
I was going to say this is scintillating television for everybody. Yes. No, again, I think it's tough to pull off doing something that sound that doesn't sound derivative, and this just worked for me. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything I can necessarily put my finger on. It might be a little lightning in a bottle thing, but it just you could put it on a playlist with a bunch of stuff from 1982, and it would just sit right in there. Yeah,
Exactly.
It is Steel Panther, by the way. Check them out; they're really awesome. Kind of like a two live crew of 80s and 90s music in 2020.
Oh wow. Okay.
So cool.